Let's talk about what you can negotiate in an offer, because there's things that you're not going to have success with, there's maybes, and then there's things that I would say, yes, you probably have a pretty good chance of getting that. And there's about 10 items. People forget all the time that there's more than base pay that you can negotiate. So let's go through those. The things you will not be successful in negotiating. You will not get a better benefits package than someone else. You will not get a different 401k contribution than someone else because it's against the law. So don't even go there. It's a waste of your time. Let's talk about the maybes. The maybes are a cell phone stipend. A lot of companies will have a little wiggle room on that. And if your job requires you to talk after hours, or there's value of you having your phone after hours, you could probably get them to pay that for you. Another maybe is your title. A title is something that is meaningful, at least to most young workers, and you would have a pretty good success in negotiating that. Also, flexible and work from home arrangements. I know that in the age of COVID, we're all working from home anyway, but there's going to be a point where we go back to work. And especially for those who need more flexibility in their home life, before you are hired is a perfect opportunity to say, you know, could I work one day a week from home? Or can I have flexible work hours? Maybe on this day I work from 10 to 8 and this day I work from 7 to 3. Those are pretty easy asks. Again, they cost nothing. Another thing you might have some success with is your bonus percentage. Because like I said earlier, there are ranges for bonuses. And you may be at 10% when the range in fact goes to 20%. I would push back on your bonus. Here are the things you're likely to get a yes on if you negotiate. First of all, planned vacation time. If you have 3 weeks off and you ask for it before you're hired, you're going to get it. It costs nothing to them. But if you wait until after you're hired to ask for it, you're likely to get a big fat no because you haven't earned the vacation time or it's more than other people are getting. So make sure you ask for that beforehand. It's an easy give and most people will give it. If you're in I'd say 75,000 or above role, I would also negotiate severance. And here's why. They love you right now. You're in the honeymoon period with them. So severance is something that they're not thinking they would ever need. And yet in today's reality, in today's world, companies are consolidating, companies are going out of business, and severance is a smart thing to negotiate. I'm not suggesting that you negotiate severance if you steal or if you have to be fired for performance, because nobody's going to sign up for that. But to say I would like a severance in the event that the company consolidates or there's a RIF, I think is a really reasonable ask. And I want to share a story with you. I know it's so because I did it myself. I was at a Fortune 50 company and I negotiated a 6-month severance for myself. They loved me at the time. They didn't think there would be any reason we'd ever need to use it. But if we fast forward 5 years later, the company moved its headquarters to another state and I chose not to go. So they were going to eliminate the position. The severance would have been 2 months for me. And I pulled out that offer letter, and lo and behold, I had 6 months of severance available to me. I helped another candidate do this that was a much lower level position, making about $70,000. I did this a few weeks ago. Not only had no one ever asked for that, and the recruiter and the owner were really impressed about the logic behind it, but he got it in his offer letter. Think about the stability that you would feel going to a new company and knowing that you had that in your offer letter. So just remember, you're in the honeymoon period. It's like when you're dating and everything you do is perfect and great. You ask for things when everything is great. You don't ask for them after you've been in the relationship for 5 years and all you do is watch TV. So just remember that tip.